Hello, welcome back to another Meower64 video. So much has changed with the new iPhone 17 models, and I wanted to discuss all of those changes. Also, my objective for this video is to try to build a small food farm to sustain myself. Our first topic has to be the design of the Pro phone. Apple switched back to aluminum and created a machined unibody shell, which means the phone is one piece instead of a glass and metal sandwich. The camera bar is completely made of aluminum, unlike the previous 3D glass, giving Apple more space to put components. They also moved some of the antenna bars to around the camera bar, as they're calling it, to improve signal. And from testing so far, it appears that the signal is a lot better than on the 16 Pro. Lastly, they gave a small glass insert coated with ceramic shield 1 that goes into the unibody back, allowing for wireless charging, MagSafe, and other accessories related to that area. Second is the display. They upgraded it from 2000 nits of outdoor brightness to 3000 nits. The glass is also now Ceramic Shield 2, giving it 3 times better scratch and crack resistance. Other than that, there's no big upgrades. Third is the battery. They have devoted more space to a bigger battery with higher energy density, giving the Pro Max a 5000 mAh battery, the first in an iPhone. The chip is also more efficient, with an adaptive power mode to extend your battery even longer. There is also now a difference between the eSIM only and the eSIM/nano SIM models. The eSIM only models get an extra 2 hours of battery life over the nano SIM models. The fourth change is the cameras. These usually aren't a super big upgrade, but this year is much different. The selfie camera is now an 18 megapixel center stage camera with an ultra-wide 1:1 aspect ratio. This allows for landscape photos while you're holding the phone in portrait orientation. They also finally gave the telephoto a 48 megapixel sensor, making all rear cameras 48 megapixels. They also gave the telephoto a 4x zoom and 8x lossless zoom, but the lens movement within the phone has not yet been confirmed, although they did say the camera has 3-dimensional movement. What I mean by that is that Apple was rumored to have a motor in the phone that could change the distance between the lenses to allow for 5x and 8x optical zoom. The fifth change is the processor. This one may be a little bit boring, but just listen. The A19 Pro in the Pro and Pro Max have a Geekbench single-core CPU score of 3996, which is 15% faster than the previous generation. The multi-core CPU gets even better with a score of 10,465, 21% faster than the previous generation. Those numbers also apply to the iPhone Air. The A19 Pro's single-core CPU performance is 29% faster than the Snapdragon 8 Elite in the S25 Ultra, and its multi-core CPU is 7% faster than the Snapdragon 8 Elite. It is almost as fast as the M4 Max in single-core CPU, and faster than the M1 Pro, M2, and 2019 Intel Xeon Matte Pro in multi-core. The graphics get even better with a score of 45,657, 40% higher than last year, beating the new Snapdragon by almost 2x, and Google's Tensor G5 by over 12 times. There's also a new vapor chamber cooling system, which uses sealed distilled water to quickly bring heat away from the processor and into the aluminum body, which Apple claims is 20 times more thermally conductive than the previous titanium. That does not apply to the Air, as there's no vapor chamber in the Air because frankly there isn't enough room, and it is made out of a titanium body and is a glass sandwich. The Air is also slightly slower in GPU, with one missing GPU core. The sixth big change is the charging. We did not expect them to increase the maximum power to 25 watts of wireless charging and almost 40 watts of wired charging on the base model in Air. The Pro Max and Pro are being speculated to have 45 watt wired charging. You do need a new Power Delivery 3.2 charging cube to be able to reach those 40 and 45 watt speeds on the iPhone. The seventh big change is the AirPods Pro 3, which have a better ANC, live translation, and a much better fit. I'll go over this more in an upcoming video. Eighth is the design of the iPhone Air. We expected it to have the glass on the back and the hollow camera bump, but not the kind of rigidity it has. The frame is made of titanium, and the glass is ceramic shield 2 on the front and ceramic shield on the back, making it so much more resistant to cracks. They also actually allow the Air to flex a little bit as to prevent from the Air from shattering or being permanently bent out of shape. The ninth big change is the Apple Watch lineup, not giving us a lot. I'll go more in depth soon, but just assume that the only topic was a better screen and 5G. So, do you think that these upgrades are worth it? Personally, if you have a 14 or older phone, it will be a good upgrade for you. Otherwise, I would recommend waiting maybe another year or two. Anyway, have a good rest of your day, and this is Meow64 out.